I got Mika to level 90 after summoning him so that you wouldn't have to worry about what you need to do. But in case you did actually pull Mika and you want to build him, be prepared, it might be a little bit tougher to use him. And here's why. What is going on, my dudes? Sasha here, back again with another Genshin Impact video, and today we're going to be talking about how you should build your Mika and what he's good in. And honestly, it's a very short list. But before we get into that, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to be notified of when the next Genshin Impact video comes out. And of course, leave a comment. Would love to hear you guys' opinions. But without any further delay, let's go ahead and get right into it. Now, as you can see here, we have Mika. Yes, the cryo polearm user, the 4-star character that just came out in Genshin Impact version 3.5 part 2. Now, let's go ahead and first talk about his talents, because I think that that's what we need to really touch up on to really understand how good of a support Mika truly is. Mika here has Starfrost Swirl. Mika uses the crossbow to attack, granting all nearby characters in your party Soul Wind. When characters in the Soul Wind state are on the field, their attack speed will be increased by a small amount. Will take effect in different ways if tapped or held. If you tap it, fires a flow frost arrow that can pierce through opponents, dealing cryo damage to enemies it comes into contact with. Now, if you hold it, it goes into an aiming mode, locking onto an opponent and firing a Rimstar Flare at them, dealing cryo damage. When the Rimstar Flare hits, it'll rise before exploding, launching Rimstar shards into a maximum of 3 other opponents, dealing cryo damage. So this could be a good AoE, and it really takes effect after your first Ascension passive, which is the Suppressive Barrage. Sorry, my apologies. Per the following circumstances, the Soul Wind state caused by Starfrost Swirl will grant characters the Detector effect, increasing their physical damage by 10% when they are on the field. If the Flow Frost arrow hits more than one opponent, each additional opponent will generate 1 Detector stack, when they're hit, of course. When a Rimstar Shard hits an opponent, it will generate 1 Detector stack. Each Rimstar Shard can trigger the effect 1 time. And that is a maximum of 3 stacks, which means that you could get up to 30% physical damage, which is not bad if you're using a physical DPS. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the burst, the Sky Feather Song. Devise the ability to spur his teammates on from the recited prayers of the Knightly Order, regenerating HP for all nearby party members. The healing is based on Mika's max HP and will grant them the Eagle Plume state, which is why you want to build your Mika up at maximum HP. Eagle Plume. When the normal attacks of active characters affected by Eagle Plume hit an opponent, Mika will help them regenerate HP based on his max HP. Characters affected by the state can only regenerate HP in this way once per short interval at a time. When combined with the second Ascension passive, when an active character is affected by both Skyfeather Song, Eagle Plume, and Starfrost Swirl's Soul Wind at once, scores a crit hit with their attacks, Soul Wind will grant them 1 stack of Detector from Suppressive Barrage. During a single instance of Soul Wind, 1 Detector stack can be gained in a manner. So basically you're gaining extra Detector stacks, which gives you that 30% physical damage bonus real quick. Not only that, but he also helps you find unique resources in Mondstadt, but we have so many of those that honestly, it's a snooze fest. Now let's go ahead and talk about possible weapon choices. Now for me, I went with the Favonius Lance because at the time I thought that Energy Recharge would be the go-to. I honestly think I could have switched this for the Black Tassel, which would have granted me almost 55% extra HP bonus, so that would have been fantastic. And honestly, you want to make sure to get as much HP bonus as possible. Sorry, it's 2 a.m. in the morning. But with Mika, you have plenty of other options as well. I honestly think that if you're going to use a 5-star, you could use, I think, Engulfing Lightning. But I think that honestly, you shouldn't waste your time with 5 stars, and you could use stuff like Favonius Lance, Black Tassel, which is a 3-star weapon. You could use the Catch, Prototype Crescent. There's plenty of options out there, but I went with Favonius Lance. Now let's take a look at the artifacts here. Artifacts are pretty simple, standard. I went with a two-piece for Tenacity and a Millilith two-piece and Emblem of Severed Fate. But there are other options that you could do with him. You could run a four-piece Noblesse, which is pretty standard for most supports. You could run a four-piece Ocean Hued Clam for the healing, and you could do two-piece Tenacity, two-piece Ocean Hued for that extra healing stuff. So honestly, there's plenty of ways you could go about it. I'm not going to tell you not to do it, but I went with this, you know, hybrid of HP percentage, energy recharge, with obviously an HP flower. HP flower, attack, feather, easy peasy. Now with your sands, you could either do energy recharge or HP percentage. I honestly wish I would have went with not energy recharge, but HP percentage. That way I could have kept my Favonius Lance, which I think is his best in slot weapon, and I could have got a little bit of extra HP. Unfortunately, this is still the way I went with it. And honestly, your main focuses should be HP percentage and energy recharge. I think honestly, you could do crit rate, crit damage afterwards, but it's not going to do too much because you're not going to be focusing on doing damage with Mika here. Now, for your goblet, HP percentage is the way to go. Don't worry about cryo damage. And this is honestly the best way that you could find that, you know, goblet that you've been wanting to use that's HP percentage but couldn't get rid of. And then, of course, for the circlet, you could either do healing bonus or HP percentage. Works both ways. I ain't going to tell you otherwise. Now, for my Mika here, I have Mika here on a team with the following characters because honestly, this is what ticks me off. I think that this is the only team that he works well in. Eula being a physical attack DPS, Shinhua who really shreds cryo resistance, Fischl who helps out with that super conduct, and Mika who helps out with that physical damage bonus. Now, the reason why you want to team up Mika, Shinhua, and Fischl to go with your Eula is because again, you get that super conduct with Eula's E because you're going to be tapping and then going to E, tap E, tap E. So you're doing physical and cryo damage, which brings me to Shinhua. Shinhua is going to bring down that cryo resistance to give you more possibilities for that damage when she goes into her burst. And then Mika, of course, activating that detector stuff so that you can get that extra 30% physical damage. Sorry. Again, very tired. But we're gonna go ahead and show it off with Masanori here and really kind of show exactly what this team can do, which this team could do really, really well. So we're gonna go ahead and work on getting our bursts and everything ready to go.
Engaging. Beg for mercy.
See how you get that super conduct off?
Crush.
And see how you get that tap? Boom. We're trying to get all the energy that we can get. Let's see.
Beg for mercy.
It's tough, man. I gotta make sure to get all the energy ready to get the maximum output going. Give me the energy. We gotta wait.
Precision strike.
Precision strike. Okay, here we go. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna get ready. All right, here we go. We're gonna go do this.
Let's keep going, team. Final warning.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Freeze to the core.
Get ready. 1, 2, 3.
Shudder.
1, 2, 3. Wait for it.
Crush.
Oh, I missed it. But you get kind of the gist of this team. The team is really good in general, and it really helps with that physical damage plus the cryo resistance. Honestly, I think you're getting more of a benefit with Mika on this team than you would be with Shinhua, because again, Eula is focused on just pummeling her enemies to dust. That's really all it is. But at the same time, Shinhua does help out with that cryo resistance shredding, and then of course Fischl here with the super conduct. Now overall, let's go ahead and talk about this for a second. I think Mika's not that character you're wanting to go for, and here's why. Unless you are a physical DPS person, like you go for the physical DPS, you have the Eula, you have the Shinhua, you have the Fischl. This would be the perfect team for you because honestly, Mika helps out the team in general and works really, really well, especially with his healing. His healing is good. There's no denying that. But the problem is, if you are trying to use Mika outside of a Eula team, you're going to be disappointed because he's not going to help you out that much except for the healing. And the healing it's okay. It's about a 7 out of 10, I would say. It's definitely good. He's a burst healer like Jean is, except for without the overall healing with the circle afterwards. And yes, he can help out with that attack speed, which does help out a little bit as well, but unfortunately, Mika doesn't help out a lot of other teams outside of that. And if you've been wanting to get Eula, it's been a while. It's been a long while since Eula's had a rerun, which is honestly a crime in my personal opinion. I think that they should have rerun Eula a long time ago, especially if they're gonna have somebody like Mika, who is literally the perfect partner to Eula. It makes no sense. But to me, Mika's just and that's what sucks, is that he's very niche to the physical damage bonus characters, and honestly I wouldn't use him outside of that. Now, as sad as that is, obviously we still know that the game is still playable with Mika. We already know this, and you could use Mika at any time for anything really. Again, you have the healing, you have the attack speed, but in all honesty, if you're wanting him for more than that, you're gonna have to use a Eula team, in my personal opinion. Now, of course, this again is opinionated. I'd like to hear you guys' comments down below. Let me know what you think. Do you think Mika's worth the summons? Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I love you guys to death. Thanks so much for giving me the opportunity to entertain you. We will be back again with another Genshin Impact video later this week. So again, guys, thank you so much. We love you guys, and as always, we will catch you guys in the next video. Please take care and be safe, y'all.